an expert in football measurements. I don't want anyone rubbing them, putting any air in them, taking any air out. To me, those balls are perfect, and that's what I expect when I go. I can't show it on the football. It's so goddamn hard to hold on to it.
October 27th, 2025, the leaves have changed. The weather is getting cold. And as we move into November on Saturday, the pressure for the 2025 fantasy season moves up as well. If you are 3-5 or 2-6, things are becoming must win. There's still time. That time is now. Time to lock in. So lock in with us. I'm Cash. He's Stacks. We are the Fantasy Millionaires. Stacks, how many teams did you lose Scatabo on?
Ooh, I was about to say pour some out for Cam. Only two. I did not get as much Cam as I had hoped. I did pick him up off the waiver wire, and I boasted about it in the analytics league. And I talked a bunch of shit online, and yeah, I feel like a huge moron. So but man, what a terrible injury. I heard people
Did you watch
complaining.
it?
I didn't see it live, but I saw it like after it popped up on the feed.
I still haven't watched it.
Oh man, I mean, listen,
I'm
I watched it
scared
like
of
10
it.
times. I mean, just watch it. Basically, I won't put it on the program for anybody who doesn't want to watch it. But basically, his foot just gets trapped under him, and his ankle looks like it breaks in half. You know what I mean? And it's just going sideways. So skin holding on, bones there. I guess I don't know if they're broken. I think it was dislocated ankle, maybe. I'm not sure.
That
it
doesn't
was just
sound that bad.
It was
Dislocated
sideways.
ankle.
His foot was
Ooh.
pointing in the wrong direction. So
Just like Tyreek Hill's dislocated knee.
A little bit worse because it looked like it was a little danglage of the like if he stood up and he tried to stand on it, he could like just fall down. I mean, he was hitting himself, he was waving over. It was sad. And then watching Jackson Dart go over and headbutt him at the end. I mean, listen, football players, some of them are just straight meatheads, and I love it, and that's okay. You can accept it. Cam Scatabo was a meathead's meathead. He was just the juggernaut, right? And to see him go down on such a kind of like in the middle of the field tackle, it is just devastating. Like I said, I heard people say it was a hip drop tackle. Maybe it was, but man, just you hate to see it. You hate to see it.
I can watch stuff like that, no problem. I can easily watch it. But when people hype it up and say it's gruesome, all you have to do is put that filter in front of my eyes, and then I don't want to watch it. Then I'm scared. Yeah. Then I'm like, I feel queasy going into it, and I'm just like,
I understand. Whenever Tosh.0 would bring up those, like, this guy's going to break his ankle on the gymnastics thing, I couldn't watch.
Yeah,
that.
I don't want to watch.
I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch.
Right.
But I think what I wanted to see kind of from it, because I saw he got hurt, heard he got hurt, and I went and checked it, is just kind of like what happened. You know what I mean? Like I kind of wanted to know from him. And sad time. I saw a tweet that said the Giants, circle of being a Giants fan, draft a high draft pick. Suck really bad, draft a high draft pick, marginal success or like initial success, injured player. And you think back, same thing happened with Saquon, same thing happened with Odell Beckham, same thing happened already this year with Malik Neighbors, right? And now you have Cam Scatabo too. 4 for 4. Their last 4 big stars out for the season, terrifying injuries. Saquon's a couple years ago, but still, I mean, just, yeah. I know they weren't at MetLife. They were in the Link in Philly, and it was grass. So you can't blame the turf on this one, kids. It was just underneath. He's got his foot trapped underneath. And you know what? Instead of it coming out, it just popped off. It just broke. You know what I mean? Or that part of his ankle, whatever, dislocated. It just came unattached. So, no, thank you. No. But, hey, I want to get back to something real quick, though, because we talked about this at the beginning of the year. You want to revisit that Tucker Kraft, what was his name? Broke Bowers? I forget his name. The Bowers guy. I would take you up on that trade now, because Tucker Kraft, holy shit, I went to bed thinking I'm not going to even have a chance in the BFS league. And I woke up and Tucker Kraft had scored 2 touchdowns and Jordan Love had over 40 points. So, Cam Scatabo's down, but man, we got Tucker Kraft nowadays. So crafted my ass off. Love me some Kraft. You got any Kraft, by the way?
I have like 3 or 4 teams with Kraft.
Oh, you crafted as well. You know who hit me to craft? I'm gonna tell you from the beginning. When we were at Canton, when we were drafting, my guy Hutch talked to me even before. He was just like, I'm into craft this year. Craft is going to be the best tight end. Craft. So, you know, we love Hutch here at the Fantasy Millionaires. He's one of our guys, and I listened to him. I drafted him in a couple leagues, honestly, just because of him. I mean, we talked about him too and how he's a good later round value, but I saw maybe the potential, but then I didn't see this potential. So, I mean, Tucker Kraft is a beast, and, you know, I just got to shout out and say, I'm not going to make that trade with you now. I've come back to earth. And poor Brock Bowers. You know, I told my wife, you don't draft a tight end in the first 3 rounds, because look what happened to Brock. Look what happened to George Kittle. Those were the first 2 of the first 3 that were drafted, and they're not even in the top 10 right now. So,
I mean, I honestly, with Brock, you know, we'll have to see how his career is moving forward. But based on what he did in his rookie season, and based on what he did in 3 quarters of a game before someone blew out his knee, I think Brock Bowers is a great pick. It's just, you know, I mean, it's the NFL, so just
I
bad
think the hard
luck.
part about your tight end, right? When you go, and this is the thing about it, it is bad luck. It's not like, oh, just never do it. It's a safety issue, right? Because if you draft your quarterback in the first couple rounds, or if you draft your one tight end, you get one position player there. And so if that person goes down, that's a big problem, because you've that draft capital is up front. Whereas you pick up a, you know, Caleb Williams or Matt Stafford or somebody free off the waiver wire, or even later in drafts, and you're just not fighting that like razor's edge of if Brock Bowers is hurt, your season has a problem, you know. And so,
but that's the same thing if you drafted Malik Neighbors, you know what I mean? Like, it's
you
just,
should have other wide receivers, hopefully, and running backs to kind of fill the void. The tight ends, I think, there's bigger upside for sure in Brock Bowers, but then
but you could get Gadsden. Like, that's the thing, is like you could make moves. Like, I mean, I have Harold Fannin on all my, you know, Brock Bowers teams. You know what I mean? So
no, I agree. I'm not saying Brock Bowers is a terrible pick. I'm not saying that, because you don't know injuries. What I'm saying is, when you do draft a tight end in the first round or in the second round, and it's an early value, the potential for under returns, that the returns not being there are something you have to deal with. That risk is built in, because it's a one player. It's one.
no, I would agree with you, and that's where, like,
I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying I'm risk averse. I'm always been a late round tight end. I've never busted my cherry early.
Well, here's the thing, though, that the years where it's right, you know, and really mainly you're looking at like Kelsey years. It's the positional advantage is worth the draft capital. You know what I mean? Like, now this year we are getting guys like Gadsden, and it does happen. But if you're not lucky enough to get one of those guys, and you're getting a tight end that's getting 25 points in PPR, I mean, it's a big advantage. So, I mean, that's where, like, for me, I don't like to do it. I rarely do it, but then someone, you know, like Bowers comes along, and like I said, I mean, that first game he had over 100 yards. He had like 20
was a
points.
beast.
He was on his way to, if your tight end gets you 30 points, you probably going to win. I mean, that's just, you know.
Yeah, well, and congratulations on Harold Fannin Jr., because he is the 6th best or 7th best tight end right now. Actually 6th based on points per game. He's up there too. And so I'm just saying, if you look at the top 10 right now, Jake Ferguson is number 1, Tucker Kraft, Trey McBride. Only Trey McBride was drafted in the top 3 for tight ends. And then you've got Tyler Warren, Dallas Goedert. So in the top 5 tight ends, you've got Jake Ferguson, Tucker Kraft, Tyler Warren, and Dallas Goedert. You could all get them like 8th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th rounds. And so I'm not saying Brock Bowers isn't better than them. He is, but that's what injuries do, though. That's the risk, where you put that money up front. You know, yeah, it happens to neighbors too. I agree. But tight ends are weird, man. Tight ends are weird. I always feel that I'm going to fuck up tight ends. So I go late round tight end, because then I can just whatever. I didn't spend that much money on them. But this year I got lucky. I got Kraft. I mean, that's the truth. Ferguson and Kraft have been.
Yeah, but here's the other reason where, like, again, I'll advocate for Brock Bowers, and it fits. I was reading about this today. Someone was making like a really good point on Twitter. about why Kraft and Gadsden are just, rest of season monsters. And Bowers fits this role too. You look at that team, okay, you look at the Packers, right? And it's like you don't have to worry about wide receivers cannibalizing what they do. Like
Absolutely right.
they're getting schemed for plays, they're safety valves for plays, and on top of that, they're also you know their play designs are such that they are so elite, they function as a wide receiver. So it's like, you look at Gadsden, you look at Bowers, you look at Kraft. These are wide receivers pretending to be tight ends. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and so
absolutely.
that's the thing. Is like, Tucker Kraft next year, as long as he keeps going the way he's going to be up near the first round because nothing's going to change on that team. Like, you're going to have that weird set of wide receivers where you don't know who's going to blow every week. Same with the Chargers and the Raiders. Brock Bowers is the best wide receiver on that team.
Oh, he's
100%.
By far. Yeah.
And that's why that's why they took him out, is because even with a hobbled knee, he was still, doing his thing. And they were just like, okay, well, let's just rest him so that we can get him back to being the most elite talent on the field. And he is the most elite tight end in the league.
I'm not going to disagree with you on that. I think in general, wide receiver 2 theory applies to everybody. It applies to everything almost. Everything is overvalued. All the prices are inflated. Everything, this market is driven up. BlackRock has bought all these players and has inflated their value to a point, right? Except for maybe Amon-Ra St. Brown, right? People like that. There's a few people who, Jamar Chase, right? Few people who are just going to maintain the integrity. I do think Brock Bowers is one of them completely, barring injuries. All of these guys barring injuries. So here's the thing. You can't predict injuries. You don't know what's going to happen. But it is important to listen to our show. So you can make trades to get paid. It's called a segue. You can do the wire. You can elevate, mitigate, eviscerate, because it's not just enough to get the car. You gotta service the car. You gotta keep that car running. You gotta know where to run the car, how to race the car. It's a bunch of stuff with the car, right? It's not draft and done. With that being said, let's jump into trades to get paid. And I'm gonna start first because you always start first, and I'm changing it up this time.
All right.
And I'm not letting you steal my guy. That's the truth. I think I know who you're gonna
go. No,
for.
you don't. My buy high is weak.
Okay, all right. My buy high is the aforementioned Oronde Gadsden. We talked to him We talked about him last week. I told you guys, spend it all. I said, go, he's 2%. I said, go get him right now. I told you to elevate him in your lineup last week. So this is me 3 times in a row. The last 3 times you've seen me, or the 2 times segments wise, talking football and what you should do. I've been advocating for this guy. And here's what I said last time. I said, you saw him on that catch that he ran across the whole field. And you said, that guy's a wide receiver. Same thing you just said a second ago. Absolutely true. He's got the hands. He's in the red zone. He's catching touchdowns. This is the guy. He's already, let me just check. He didn't even start the first couple games, really, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's the 10th best tight end already this year. And he's only played in a handful of games where he was meaningful starter before they figured out that Will Dissly wasn't the answer. So I know he won't have huge blow-up games like he had last week, every single week, but the potential is there. He's averaging 13 points per game, and his last games he's had 16, 31, and 11, or basically 12. So he is somebody who I want to have, like you said, for the rest of the season. If I don't have Tucker Kraft, which I do, I want to get Oronde Gadsden, put him in my lineup, and forget about him and not even worry about him. That's my guy. Go get him.
I love it as a buy high because it's not like he had a Tucker Kraft type week either. So you could give up potentially good depth on your team to get him, and again, going back to what I was saying before, having a positional advantage at tight end, to me, that's what wins fantasy championships. Like if you are scoring 10 more points at that position than your opponent, and your team is good, that's the difference. So I think it's an awesome buy high.
I think what people have to understand, and you and I think this way, DFS people think this way, once it is not set it and forget it, man. Like you can do a bunch of stuff with your team. You can have a completely different team than you started with. I think, we've been playing for 20 years. I remember when maybe one person would trade once a year and you pick up a couple players. My team does roster overhauls. I've had 22 people or 25 people on my team already. We are going through players, marginally looking for edges on little edges every single week. You are winning your week, right? And with that being said, I'm going to just shit all over myself during Elevate, Mitigate, Eviscerate because I didn't even take my own advice last week on Jerry Jeudy. So anyway, I digress. Who are you buying high on? You said he was weak, but I bet you he's still sneaky.
Well, it's the worst team in the NFL in my opinion. Maybe the Jets are worse. I don't know, but I was watching. I have a lot of Tajay Spears and I have a lot of Tony Pollard, and I think you should buy high on Tajay Spears. He's still, the volume isn't there, but there's been some progression, since he's come back from injury, and it wasn't a crazy week. 9 carries, did have 3 targets for 23 yards and got a tutty. That team is rough. And so it's I think this is a buy high with a, as a potential flex, elevate, mitigate, candidate weekly. But I think he's always going to be in the consideration for flex going forward. So I would buy high because I think what I'm seeing right now, I'm kind of shocked to see the disintegration of Tony Pollard. And honestly, there was a couple plays where Tony Pollard looked decent having Tajay on the field, but the person who looks more electric with the football right now on that team is Tajay Spears. And, I'm a fantasy analyst for funsies. I'm pretty sure the Titans can see that as well.
Yeah, I agree completely. And our guy, Mark, he shout out Mark. He DM'd me yesterday and said, "Who do I play?" And he asked me a few scenarios. I was out to lunch with my mom for her birthday. Shout out Kath. Happy 68th, though she says she was 21, which makes it creepy because I'm 46. So, but anyway, happy birthday. We were out. I didn't see my messages, and I got back in the car at 1:30 or 2, and I said, "Hey, who pick somebody good?" He said, "I went Tajay Spears." So I like it. Good pick. Let's see what happens, right? And he did. He looked crisp. He looked clean. He was able to use his blocking on that little screen pass, and I appreciate it. I think he could. Thought he got in on that actually. If you want to go back and look at it, his foot was out, but I don't know if they showed the pylon cam. His hand was extended over. Anyway, he scored on the next play. But he just looked better, and he had the exact same number of touches that our boy Tony Pollard had. So it's a 50-50 split right now. Like it's hot hand. It is, who's crushing it really. Like if you're 50-50, you are able to ride the hot hand in any game. That's what you're looking for as a coach. You're looking for this drive. How's it going? And 4 yards a carry, 3 yards, 3.4. The offense does suck. Not great. But Tajay, it's better. It's better for him. He's got 6.6, 4.4, 6.2, and then a little 3.5 too. But those are just better. He's more electric. He looks faster. He's got more shimmy and shake. So I think it's a great call. And you could actually get him. Somebody might not even care about him.
Right. Right. Yep.
I'm co-signing this.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Since I jumped the gun, I'll let you go with your buy low. You know what I mean? Because you buy high. Who you buying low on?
I'm buying low right now on another tight end. I'm going Dalton Kincaid. I think he had 3 points in PPR formats this past week, and
my touchdown parlay. God damn it!
Yeah. He wasn't part of the bevy of National Tight Ends Day touchdowns.
Yeah, he was not. No.
Yeah, I mean, that game was,
Carolina's tough. They're a tough defense.
Yeah, and kind of, when how I expected it to go in general. But yeah, games where James Cook has 200 rushing yards,
Right. You don't need him.
you don't need him.
No.
But
Not necessary.
going forward, particularly in this next game, I'm expecting he gets the rock a bunch versus Kansas City. So
I agree. You got dueling tight ends, right?
mhm.
So this is one thing that I've kind of grown to see is the ebbs and flows of seasons and games and game scripts and uniquenesses of things, and we really overreact week to week to down weeks on players,
Right.
and I mean Calvin Ridley, maybe things like that where you could see the trend going and then he's hurt, whatever. But I mean in general, me dropping Randall Cobb that year that I gave you a championship, all these things, right? We overreact. We're a little bit overreaction. He has games where he is favored by the chosen one. You know what I mean? Like Lord Joshua looks upon his face and says, I will shine my ball on you, good Kincaid. And Dalton catches it like the painter he is and makes a masterpiece in the end zone. And then you're just like, hell yeah, I won my tight end parlay. And he did that against New Orleans. He did it against Miami. He did it against Baltimore. He's got 3 touchdowns on the season, right? That's pretty good. That's like half the games. So
Right.
people, I love this call too.
Co-signing Dalton Kincaid.
You're hot, man. You're hot. I like you. I gotta tell you, you're one of the best when it comes to unearthing these. I just always hope mine don't fall flat.
All right. Well, let's see what you got.
Okay. All right. I gotta rub my hands together for this one. Because no one's ever heard of this guy before. He's a relative unknown in the business. No, actually, people have heard of him. Let me get to my all here, and I'm going to scroll down. Not the best of weeks. Not the best of weeks. Down. Yes, here he is. He's your guy. I co-signed it a long time ago, right? But secretly, I had Sharps. I've had Sharps, right?
Yeah.
But if you actually watch Kenneth Walker run the football, which this week we don't have the liaison to. We don't have that ability. He's on a bye, and so he's kind of not forgotten. But then he's just kind of not around, right? He's not in the games. He's not around. And next week he's going up against the Washington Commanders, right? He's gonna get 17 touches. I think he can put 100 yards on those guys. I really do. They're not a good team. They're not a good defense. Kansas City is going to score 41 points tonight, something like that. I can't wait for it. I'm not betting, but I'm just going to go to bed and wake up and look at my phone when I'm pooping and go, it's like 42-12 or something. Okay, whatever. So I love him still. He sucked a little bit with his yards per carry at times this year, but I'm not giving up on Kenneth Walker. So I think he's somebody you can buy low on. And that Charbonnet situation might just say stuff like, man, I've seen Sharps doing a lot more work. Let's talk a little shit to the owner, see if you can drive his price down a little bit.
This is why I also love your call, because I don't think it's going to be hard to get him. I think it's a great buy low. It's a great buy low.
Might get him in our league. I might just try to trade for him right now on the show with Vince.
I think it's a great buy low because the Sharp situation is so frustrating. And all we're waiting for, if you look at his yards per carry, some of that is due to the fact that this guy, he certainly thinks he's the best running back on the team. And he will often do crazy Barry Sanders type moves that end up in negative yards situations because he is not trying to go down. And one of these times he's going to break one. He's just always right there where you're just like, oh, here comes a 50-yarder, he has that ability, dude.
He only has 3 touchdowns on the year too. And so that he's going to score more touchdowns.
Right.
He's going to get long touchdowns, like 20-yard touchdowns, 30-yard. He's going to score these. I know they're coming. I know they're coming. So,
yep.
I want some.
I'm with you.
Okay. Who you selling high on? You want to talk about who you're selling high on?
Yeah, I'm gonna sell high just kind of based on what we've done at times selling high, not because I think he's a horrible rest of season play going forward, but it's just a good time to sell
Max
high.
value. Max value.
Yeah, max value on Breece Hall.
Ooh, I like that call.
Yeah, I mean,
He played a terrible team, like the worst team in the
right,
NFL.
dude. And all right,
Yeah.
look at his next schedule. Let's look at Breece.
He's on a bye, so right away
He's on a bye,
yeah,
right?
trade on the bye. That's a great thing.
Yeah,
Get rid of
trade on
Cleveland,
the bye.
number one
Then he's
against
got
running backs.
Cleveland, New
top
England,
5.
Baltimore, whose defense is healthy again.
Atlanta, pretty
Okay.
good too.
Yep, Atlanta. I mean, you got a bleak, next 5 weeks.
You do.
So I'm saying sell high on
You
Breezy.
could get a lot for him too because he is a top 10 back. Coming off a 30-point performance.
Right.
So I mean, that's 40 almost. Yeah, this is the best time to do it. I love that. It's a great call. As we pat each other on the back. All right. My guy, it's pretty easy. It's a slam dunk. It's kind of cheating on this one because this is the first time he's ever done anything this whole year. But RJ Harvey, if you've got one of those guys, Bo McBrayer in the league, or somebody who, they've been hyping Harvey all year and he finally hit. I mean, he's not going to score 3 touchdowns in any more games like that this year. Like, Dallas Cowboys are also one of the worst teams. So Houston, one of the best teams, right? Vegas, no. KC, good defense and a bye. So next 3 weeks, you're playing them, maybe once, it's not really, that great. I actually have him in my Survivor League, and my team sucked ass. I didn't think I'd make it. I picked up Jalen Warren, I picked up Michael Pittman cheap, and I picked up my quarterback, Jordan Love. Those 3 guys kind of like supplemented my team. This guy's been on my team all year, killing me, always making me get eliminated. And now he's finally getting me into the top position. So can't sell him in my guillotine league. But you know what? If I could sell him, I would sell him now. This is the time I'd do it. Broncos are going to have a good rest of the season. He'll be involved. So you could upsell and be like, listen, he's not, you can even say, I know he's not going to get 3 touchdowns to the person you're selling to, but he's going to get 1. He's going to get 2. This guy's in the red zone now. He's being used as a PPR back. Like, there's a lot of usage for him that was not seen before. And Dobbins is good, but this guy's got some moves, man. He is fast. So you'd love to see it 6.6 per carry. He only had 7 carries, right? It wasn't like he had 20 carries. So, I mean, this is just, there's a lot to kind of paint a good picture here. And I think, you could drive a nice little upside value for him, somebody who really likes him. So,
hey, man, we don't always just co-sign all each other's picks all the time. I mean, this is usually the argue time of the show, but love this one as well. I think this is a great sell high. The second touchdown was definitely fluky. It was a great play call, and he's going to have those kind of opportunities, as a pass catching back. But yeah, great time to sell high. The Broncos play Houston this coming week.
Not good.
Yeah.
Shut down Christian McCaffrey, kids.
I know.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So, all right. Who's your sell low? Sell low, sweet chariot.
Sell low. I am going Romeo Dobbs as my sell low. Yeah, man. Christian Watson back in the fold, dude. And going back to what we were saying about Tucker Kraft, like, that wide receiver room is the worst headache in the league. You have Dontavian Wicks. You have Malik Heath, who's on the field. You have that other rookie, Savion Williams. Then you got Dobbs, Golden, now Christian Watson.
Yes,
right. And then there's Tucker Kraft, who's their,
and there's the wide receiver 1, Tucker Kraft.
Right. Yeah. This is with Watson coming back and doing what he did last night in game 1, I think he's going to be the wide receiver 1 going forward. And they're just going to continue to try and look at how to evolve with Golden. So Dobbs will have his games, but he's just going to be too dicey.
His helmet's too big now. He's attracted too many targets. So
Yeah.
I love it. We are co-signing a lot. It's always nice when we kind of are in step with each other. You know what? I think you'll probably agree with me on this one, but maybe you want a little taste of this. I don't think you do though, honestly, because I'm gonna scroll down in history to pour Alvin Kamara.
Co-sign. Cosign it, dude.
Just not
Such a bummer.
2 receptions. I mean, you're throwing it to him 2 times. Like, what are we doing? It's just, it's terrible. And he's going to play the Rams, and Carolina's a boon for him, but then he's got to buy Atlanta. No, thank you. By that time, you'll be eliminated. You won't even be able to reap the spoils of Miami or Tampa, So just abandon ship on Alvin Kamara. His name is still out there. You know what I mean? So
they're not doing what they've done his entire career, which is throwing in the ball 7 times a game.
Right.
That's what I don't know why. I don't know what the reason is. They have this system that they're trying to implement, and it was just, you finally got to see the Shuck kid come in.
Oh, he got good.
Not good.
Not good.
Rattler is not good. Shuck is not good.
Did you see Rattler's interception to the D end where he threw it right into his hand, and then the guy just tipped it and caught it and ran in and like knocked him down? It looked like a dad playing with his son in the backyard, and he was just like, "Throw it by me, son. Throw it over." Oh no, you didn't get it. Get on the ground.
I saw a tweet. It was awesome. It was like, that's the time when Spencer Rattler should have called his mom to come get him.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. I love that. That's so funny. Yeah. I'm this team needs to be abandoned. So there you have it, kids. Yeah, trades to get paid. Hope you make those moves. I think if you make a few of them, you'll be in a better place if you have those players. So yeah, please do. All right, we're gonna jump to the wire. It's not too long. We don't like to simmer too long in the wire, but we like to jump in, of course, positional players and say who you should grab. So I'll let you start with QBs. We'll just pop them up here based on availability. Who are you looking for? If you need a QB, if you got to buy this week, or are you all hands Tua?
I mean, Joe Flacco is still out there, dude.
Like, he's out there too. Okay.
Yeah. What's his ownership?
In our league, he's not.
Like,
so
he's like 30, something like that.
He's 30.
Joe Flacco. Yeah, Joe. All right, he is the, he's the blow some fab. He's 36% roster, dude.
Oh yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, I don't know what the questionable tag is, but I don't think it's anything serious.
26, 37, 31.
Dude, come on, dude.
I just thought he was rostered everywhere. So
the Jets are a good defense. Like they really are. Like Joe Flacco is going to turn and burn for the rest of the season, dude. Like
league winner Joe Flacco.
Dude, he's got the system figured out. 19 targets for Jamar Chase. Like good thinking, buddy.
That's the system.
Yeah.
Hey, where's Jamar Chase? Let's give him the ball. Hey, is that Jamar Chase?
Every time.
Yeah. I just assume. Here's the problem, because our league is so, on top of everything. He got scooped up right away. I just assumed, he's 50, 60% rostered. So that's my lack of due diligence, just kind of assuming the market was as caught up as we are. I digress. I'm sorry, but that's a good call. I like that. I like that better than Tua. I saw a funny meme. It said, as soon as the FBI started investigating sports gambling, Tua throws for 4 touchdowns.
That's awesome.
I was like, they had Drewski doing his just saying. Yeah. So funny because Tua. What's crazy about him is 1 week he stands in front of the podium and he's like, my team is terrible and everybody on it is terrible. And then they didn't come to my meeting. And then the next week he said, I said some stupid things last week and I should have never said, and it was terrible. And then this week he's just like, oh yeah, we're just really good. We're just throwing the football, just doing do you remember the other 2 meetings you just had? You're not even acknowledging like the 3.
He is not the future. Life. He is not. If you're a Dolphins fan, you got to be frustrated that he's your QB.
He's stupid.
But he can put together games like this. So You know,
I mean, I mean, shocker against Atlanta. No one saw this coming. You know what I mean? 4 touchdowns.
No,
Not
that's
one
a
person
great
in the world.
defense. Like, I mean,
The previous game he had negative 0.85 or 8. I mean, just
yeah,
I'm
my dad
breaking
came
here.
out and was watching Red Zone with me, and the commentator was like, said something like, you know, what is happening? And he's like, my dad was like, well, they're scoring touchdowns. I was like, no, Dad. I was like, the Dolphins are beating the brakes off the Falcons. Like, nobody saw this coming, including that announcer. That's what that announcer is saying right now. Like,
Yes.
what is happening
In Atlanta? I mean, here's the thing. My gym teacher at school today, he said I made some bad choices yesterday. He said I picked up and played Kirk Cousins. He said I thought Kirk could just ride
I did in
in,
DFS.
and I said,
Thankfully,
you know
I
what?
didn't.
I said, so did his wife. His wife was doing that too. His wife was like, "Oh yes, thank you, Jesus, Jesus, we've been delivered." And she watched that game and she went, "Fuck."
Would he have like 68 yards? I didn't play him in
Under
any.
75.
Did he? Okay. Well, he got up towards the end. He was playing
Let me see.
so bad. I
See how many
mean,
yards
it
he
was just so bad. Man,
No, 175. Yeah, 173.
173.
Yeah, I knew it was
Okay.
100
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I said 73. It was 170. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was bad. It was bad. It was bad. Yeah. He's bad. He's old. He's bad. The Falcons are bad now. Even though they beat a bunch of good teams, they're bad. So
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What about the RB position? Who you jacking and stacking for RB?
Now, you know, a lot of weeks we don't have a lot to talk about here. However, thanks to the Quinshon Judkins injury,
It's true.
Dylan Sampson is out there. Thanks to the Cam Scattaboo injury, Tyrone Tracy is going to be out there.
Yeah.
And Isaiah Davis had a nice week. So I think all three of those guys are exciting. Spend some money on them. You know, Tyrone Tracy's got to be the number one. That you could. I would spend serious fab on him.
Somebody already has grabbed him in our league, which is very, very smart.
Oh, I've never let him go. I had him.
You had him. Okay, very smart indeed. You make a good choice.
I drafted him. I was not worried about Scattaboo, and
I remember.
Yeah, and then I held on to him because I was just like, in case Scattaboo gets a concussion, I'm gonna just keep him. So I did drop him in a 10-man league, but I actually have a decent amount of Tracy, and I never dropped them. Just not thinking Scattaboo was going to break his ankle, but just thinking he might get concussed one of these games, and Tracy will be valuable.
Yeah. No, absolutely. No, I do like your call there, Dylan Sampson. The problem with their team is they're worse than the Giants. Like the Giants are a better functioning team.
Yeah.
And Cleveland sucks. So I definitely would go Tracy over Sampson. But you know, it's enticing. You know. And Isaiah Davis, I don't know where that came from. We'll see. You know. Yeah, I do like it. Wide receiver Xavier Hutchinson balled out. A lot of people were talking Jalen Noel, but no, it was the Hutch. You know, with Nico Collins, I don't know how long he's going to be out for. But you know, the last couple weeks, we've seen 2 touchdowns against Baltimore, a touchdown here. You know, a shit game in between, but and Seattle's a hard defense. But Denver coming up next. You know, I don't know. How do you feel about this offense in general?
Very interesting. Their defense is so good, and they put together a really nice game. They seem like they're kind of figuring things out a little bit offensively. You know, one of the things I noticed is that they were, you know, playing with, you know, like 12 personnel sets. They were doing a lot of extra linemen. So, you know, they have really struggled protecting CJ Stroud this year, and they seem like they're kind of figuring out some of the loopholes to make this offense function more effectively. So interesting team going forward. You know, Christian Kirk also out though. So I mean, I'm not like I'm more excited about the RBs in the wire this week. But he's you know, I mean, I think he's definitely worthy of being rostered. I think Christian Watson also, you
Yes.
know, he came back, did his thing. And I do think he's going to be the guy that you know, he always, when he's on the field, has the potential to catch a 50-yard touchdown.
He does.
Yeah, and they were doing it again. Like, I mean, right away, I think the first pass of the game went to him, and I was like, okay, yes,
Yeah.
he is going to be. He's back. You
I
know,
mean,
like they're not easing him in.
his average is 20. He played one game, obviously, but 21.3 yards per reception. That
Mm-hmm.
what?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Mm-hmm.
That leads the NFL already, probably. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, right,
that's
right.
ridiculous. It's only one game, but still, goddamn, he's back. Like he's back.
Yep, he's back.
So if you get a touchdown, let's say he gets 15 more yards and a touchdown, he's almost at 20 points.
He's probably the wide receiver I'm most interested in.
Yeah, I wish
spending tab
you
on.
wouldn't have got him, you son of a bitch.
Yeah,
So,
I wish I did it in more leagues. I think I only did it in our main league. So he was just hanging out there on all these teams that had, IRs. You should have. I think I got him in Bo's league too. Maybe.
Yeah, you're a
so.
son of a bitch, is what you are. So, I'm sorry, I'm cursing too much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
What about tight ends? You got any ends that are tight? I think the
Well,
Wire.
also Kayshawn Booty's still out there. He's got to get rostered. Yep. Booty's on the. He might be like 36% or something like that. He's still. The Butte is still hanging around.
Yeah, you're right. 30. Only God damn. See,
yeah,
we've got such a tight league. These players have been rostered for eons. So
gotta get the Booty on your squad.
Gotta have Booty. I mean, listen, I'm not gonna say anything, but your boy McCollins even caught a touchdown last week or this week, right?
Yeah.
No, he didn't catch touchdown. No, he didn't.
I don't want Shoeless
15
Joe
points,
Jackson on my team. I don't.
You want Shoeless Joe? Yeah,
I
he's
don't
so
want
weird.
him. Yeah,
I
mean, I love him. I bet you he's dead right about the feet thing, but in terms of being on my fantasy roster, nah.
Yeah. I just had to bring him up because if you say McCollins real quick, it sounds like Mike Collins. So
I think he went to Wooten too, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh wow.
I think so.
Let's go, bro. Let's do an art project in the woods this summer together or something.
Yeah, he's a Montgomery County guy, I think.
Yeah, Moco baby. Okay. D to the fence.
Tight ends. I had one tight end.
Ends.
There's only one out there that I think he's 36% rostered, something around there. I keep saying 36%, so it's somewhere in that neighborhood. Juwan Johnson.
Yeah.
Dude, he's a tight end 1, 32. Yeah. He's a tight end 1. He keeps getting double-digit points, so worthy of a roster. Yeah.
No, I feel you there. And there was no one else besides that for me. I think, tight ends are. I don't know.
Yeah,
I got Tucker Kraft. I got Tucker Kraft and Dallas Goedert. I got 2 of the top 5. So
nice.
Yep. Set.
Who you want for D?
I want that big D. There's not a lot of D's that are out there that I'm in love with.
How about Rams versus Saints?
I do like the Rams versus Saints. They're my elevate this week. Oh, they're only 36% rostered. Hell yeah, baby.
36%.
There's your 36%.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. Yeah. I love it. That's my elevate. So I'm going to co-sign that one.
That's my elevate as well. So.
Well, we're previewing the next segment already. I like it. Elevate, mitigate, eviscerate. That's what we do. I can't say it, but we do it. Elevate is your start. Mitigate your sit, and then eviscerate is your cut. Because you know what? I mean, just up your diction, people. So, all right. Who are you elevating at the QB position this week?
I like Jared Goff versus Minnesota. Minnesota is a dirty, nasty defense, but they are playing at home, and I think the Lions are just kicking it into another gear going forward, man. I like this game for Jared Goff. I think Gibbs gets a receiving tutty.
Nice.
I already gave away my defense. It's the Rams versus Saints. My tight end is Laporta. I think he has a big game in this game.
Nice.
And Goff at home, he does his thing, dude. So, I think this is honestly, people get frustrated with that team, but his floor, you see it, is like, close to 20 points a game. And then all it takes is them just hitting on all cylinders, which I think they're going to do.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I like it. My guy is somebody who's coming off a bye. He's on a bye right now. Matthew Stafford. But you spoke of that game earlier. You got to play him against New Orleans. I mean, I think he's a top 5 quarterback going in for DFS purposes. Wink, wink, wink. We'll talk DFS stacks of cash in a little bit, but this game, I don't see New Orleans being able to do anything in this game. This is in LA. New Orleans is going to have to travel across the country. Right now it's 13.5 points. I bet you it's a 20-point blowout. I really like LA in this game, and they've been on a bye. They haven't been at home, for a couple weeks, so the fans will be there. There's no Chargers in town. I think they're gonna crush them. So roll with Stafford.
I'm with you. I love it. Yeah, I was definitely thinking about him as well. So
yeah. Who's your RB, good sir?
Listen, man, he's not Jonathan Taylor, but that defense is struggling, and Kimani Vidal is just
same.
Is he your guy?
Yep.
He's just banging with the rock, dude. I mean, very, very exciting for all the people who got him off the waiver wire, because he is performing adequately and, above and beyond, I should say, for somebody that was on the practice squad earlier this year. With Justin Herbert, dude, like, it doesn't matter who they're playing, man. Like, they figure it out, and he's just going to continue to benefit from it. And is, has clearly established like he's the go-to guy now.
Sorry, I'm still sick, but I'm not sick of Kamani at all. And he's playing against Tennessee, and like you said, he's no Jonathan Taylor, but I mean, some of the holes, I watched a wham block situation, like a spread.
Yeah.
You could
that one where he got like 10 yards, where it was like he just ran up the middle, and it was so open. I could have gained at least a yard on that play.
No, you and I could have gained all the yards. Like,
I don't know. It's the NFL. I mean, it's fast,
dude,
but
it is fast,
that looked like a play where if you gave me that play, I believe I could have gotten positive yardage in the NFL, because it was so wide open.
I agree.
I might have tore my Achilles getting so excited.
Probably would have torn it all. Yeah. But he's got 2 games against shitty teams. Minnesota not being a shitty team, but I mean, they made him look like a shitty team, where he's gone over 100 yards, right? And so he's got 24 touches. He's got 21 touches. So he's gonna eat. Yeah. And I'm with you on that. I like that. That's a good call. That's my call too. So I'm double stamping it. Let me do wide receiver since you you got that one. So all right. I'm not a big fan of this guy, and he's gone through a lot of negative press this year, particularly undervalued or underachieved last year, underachieving this year too. And he's on a bye. He's only ranked 41st. So, this could come back to bite me in the ass. It's all contingent too upon Kyler Murray kind of playing. I think that I'm not against. Actually, no, Jacoby Brissett can do it too. That's fine.
I don't care who's throwing it.
Yeah, whatever. Who cares? Oh, they're playing Dallas.
Yep.
They're playing Dallas. Yep. That's why. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You and me could be playing quarterback. I am going to play Marvin Harrison Jr. this week against Dallas. So,
yep.
That's just, he's been sucking, but he's got games 18, 18, 13. This is a 15 to 18 point game for him,
I think so too.
And did you see that Dallas lost another one of their safeties? Maybe he comes back and plays, but it didn't look good, and looked like it was like a cartilage or an ab or,
Gotta love it for all your offensive players. Just destroy that defense.
Bye-bye. I hope when you talk about pain, destruction, heartache, the Dallas defense comes to mind, and the San Francisco 49ers defense, but they're still good, even though they got a hurt defense,
Yeah.
So, all right. Yeah. Okay. What about you?
I'm excited to put Travis Hunter on my starting squad going into week 9. Brian Thomas Jr. We don't know the status yet. I think whether he plays or not is irrelevant to me. But
Agreed.
man, if he doesn't play, look at that.
Ooh.
He had 14 targets in the last game. And he's just one of these guys that like, you know, a bust for this year. But if Brian Thomas misses any type of time with the shoulder injury, he's really gonna have value.
He's gonna eat.
And I think in this game in particular, man, he was really balling out last game.
I think one thing you saw too is when you give him opportunities, he gets better. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like you can't give him like 2 or 3 catches a game and be like, oh, he'll perform. Like you got to get him heavily involved in the offense. And once you do that, it like ignites him, you know, which I mean, anytime you're the go-to guy at times, it makes you feel better about your role in the offense, you know? So I think you got to hype him. You got to keep moving.
Well, how about this? And
And
here's the whole dilemma with this guy. How about this? They won't need him on defense versus the Raiders. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like this is not a time where you're gonna need him as much. Like you could take it. Like if I'm a coach, I'm like, let's play him more on offense this week. And let's
Right.
win this game.
Duval, come on, man, do it. Yeah. So I like it. I think that's a good call. That's a really good call. Okay. My tight end, maybe you already have elevated him so far. Maybe, you know, maybe you haven't. And if you didn't last week, you know, I don't know what you're doing because basically he invented National Tight Ends Day. And I told my wife, I said, I'm betting George Kittle's the first leg of my parlay for the touchdown parlay in the National Tight Ends Day. If George Kittle doesn't score a touchdown, then I don't know football. I don't know ball. I said it out loud. I do not know ball. And as soon as George Kittle got his touchdown, I texted my wife and I said, tunnel, it's a tunnel, baby, from Kittle. And, you know, I know ball. So I think George Kittle, after being a decoy last week, people did not start him. You know, people felt skittish. I said, roll with him last week. He is now lit. Mac Jones is actually not a terrible quarterback. I know he is, but he's not.
No.
He's not. He's gotten better. He's actually a top like 10 quarterback in the last 3 weeks. So he's slinging it. And, you know, I think Kittle has just got bigger and better things, particularly the Giants coming up, divisional matchup with the Rams, divisional matchup with Arizona. Those 3 right there. I'm seeing 20, right, on all these. I think he's going to be back. So I just would roll with Kittle and don't even worry about it.
Yeah, I had not made a player prop bet all year, and the first player prop bet I made this past weekend was George Kittle gets a touchdown on National Tight End Day. So
it's
cash.
Like, it's like you're gonna open a present on Christmas. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Santa got me a present. I opened it on Christmas. So, all right, I like it. How about you? Who's your
Laporta? I already said it, man.
I remember. Yeah. I double stamp that. We've got a season of upside knowing he could be a top 1 tight end, you know. So it's not, you know, out of the realm. The only thing we need is another tutty, you know, and he's definitely able to get back in there. He's got a couple of 20, you know, 20, 13, 16. So I think this is a great call.
Yeah, I foresee the Goff on the 20 looking his way as he chucks it into the end zone.
Chucking and fucking, baby. Let's do it. My defense is the Rams against New Orleans. Who's your D?
Same with me.
Same with you. Birds of a feather. Yeah, we like to win together. All right. Next segment, last segment before we get to 3 tweets is our DFS Stacks of Cash. If you don't know,
what about mitigate?
Oh, mitigate. I forgot. I'm so fast. I forgot about mitigate. Thank you for steering the show.
Let's move through it. We'll get through it quick. This is the
I was looking at
and then we have to say an eviscerate. You always have to at least.
I have. I'm gonna. That's why
I don't have a lot, but I have one. I have one that
okay.
I'm wondering if you would eviscerate.
Who are you mitigating at QB?
Bo Nix versus Houston, man. Even though you know he's the man, he does his thing. That Houston defense is legit. So if I have a Matthew Stafford, like you said, you know, I'm gonna play him.
Yeah,
over Bo Nix versus Houston. I mean, maybe he balls out. It's risky, man. That Houston
I don't think
defense
he does.
is so good.
Rookie.
You can see this game being 17-10, right? Like it's very
21
great defenses.
18.
Yeah.
Well, he's got games from 12, 19, 22, 17. He's got down games. He's got games where he plays against the worst teams, the Giants and the Cowboys, and he does great, you know. And then he'll be great against the Raiders. Well, pre-elevate next week. We're just going to tell you we won't put him in elevate mitigate risk, but put Bo Nix back in versus Vegas. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
Right.
put him back in. That's how it works. So,
Right.
I think that's a great call because it was my call too. So, yeah,
Okay.
double trouble.
All right. Let's go RB. Same game. I'm taking Nick Chubb out versus Denver.
That's a great
Another
call
great
too.
defense.
Yeah.
No thanks.
And here's the thing, even with the Woody Marks emergence a couple weeks ago, it's tricky to even kind of understand what that timeshare is going to look like.
Yeah.
So 15 touches for Woody Marks, and I mean that's nice. But then you also got Chubb's got 19 touches.
Right.
So it's a little tricky. I think they're both right now, at least Chubb until he scores a touchdown. He's like a decimal back. He did get a couple of receptions, but that's not his thing. Decimal
No.
back means you kind of get the carries and the yardage. That's about it.
Right.
So it's a little tricky. So I like your call. My guy, we're just totally picking on the Saints this game, and I'm okay with it. But I am sitting Alvin Kamara in this game. I am. I do not like his matchup. The Rams are a formidable team. They're traveling. You also have the emergence of Devin Neal. Devin Neal was on the field. He had receptions too. I don't know why they're throwing him the ball, but they're throwing him the ball as well. So, whatever. They're kind of no more Kendrick Miller. You thought Alvin Kamara would be more utilized, but they don't have enough offensive snaps. Their offensive snaps, per possession are terrible. Their yardage is terrible. I can't play him anymore. So he's done for me. What about your wide receiver?
If you're fine rolling the dice, go ahead. But moving forward, DJ Moore is looking like very mitigatable. And could have had a nice week this past weekend if Caleb Williams just threw him the ball instead of throwing it like in garbage time. He was literally like, okay, I'm not going to get 10 yards on that Jonathan Taylor play. I think I could have thrown DJ Moore the football and got a touchdown on that play.
Me too.
Like I'm pretty sure I could have.
I'm going to
where Caleb Williams was standing.
Yeah.
If you put me in and you just transported my body into Caleb Williams' body and I got to just be me in that instant, I could have gotten DJ Moore the football then.
Me too.
And for some reason,
he
went sidearm and threw it like 5 yards to his right. And you're just like, what are you doing, dude? What are you doing?
It's not good.
Yeah. I mean, kind of a juicy matchup. But the other thing is too, Roma Dunze is the Jamar Chase. He gets like 19 targets, dude. I mean, it's just insane. The connection is real. Like he loves to throw Dunze the ball, dude.
I told you guys to trade for him last week for trades to get paid for the buy low. I said he's going to blow up next week against Baltimore. I told you, people. Okay, my guy. I don't know if you're going to co-sign this one, right? My guy. Man, I made a call a couple weeks ago to trade to buy low on him, and I'm going to say no. I'm out. I'm not liking it, and it's Terry McLaurin. I'm going to mitigate him next week. Versus Seattle. Seattle has a good defense.
Yep.
And Debo is the wide receiver one on that team. He's been there more. He's got more reps. He gets more targets. He is more in line with not busting. Like, Terry McLaurin's boomer bust. He is 80-yard pass. He is just not in sync right now. He's been injured. He'll play tonight. I don't know. We'll see how he does, but I'm just mitigating him next week. I don't feel comfortable playing him. So
okay.
And I love Terry McLaurin. He's a top 10 wide receiver in the last 10 years. He's awesome. But in this offense now, with an injury to Jaden Daniels, lack of reps, hold out, his injury, fuck it, I'm not playing him. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'd play him if Jaden Daniels is on the field, but that defense is scary, dude. Depending on your scoring format, like they're like a number 2, number 3 defense in a lot of different fantasy leagues. So
I have him, and I held him this week on the bench. So
I held him too. I held him too. And they're money.
They're good.
All right, tight end. I'm going back to that Houston game. I'm going Evan Ingram versus Houston. He is definitely someone that he could sneak in there, get that touchdown, but it's just too risky, man. Houston is legit on D.
Yeah. And I mean, you saw last, if you watch the games, he almost got a touchdown, but they stopped him at the 1 yard line.
Right.
So you can't rely on those things. You can't. Touchdowns, are fluky. Volume is not. He does not have enough volume. It's just
Yeah.
36, 40, 40, 30,
A
20.
really
He
nice
needs
piece
a
on that
touchdown.
offense, though, dude. The
Yeah.
Broncos, they got a team.
They do. They don't need him that much, though. Honestly,
Yeah.
like
They got a
they're
lot
not
of
for
they got a lot
touchdowns.
of they got a lot of weapons.
Sean Payton's doing his thing
He
for
is.
sure. So,
Yeah.
okay. So my guy, he's a good tight end. He's been doing good too for New England. It's just I don't like the matchup for Hunter Henry. He's a beast, by the way. I love Hunter Henry, but Atlanta is good. They're good against tight ends, and he's kind of not performed the last couple weeks. He's had 10, 29, 11, but then the last 4 weeks he's not gotten over, even with the touchdown. It was his only catch against Cleveland, so it wasn't like he did much. And Drake May is the number 1 QB in the NFL scoring right now. Maybe Patrick Mahomes passes him tonight, but as of right now, he's number 1, and he's not even using his tight end. So, I'm just not into this matchup at all. Maybe he blows up and it's the game he gets 29 points in again. He would do that to me, but I don't feel comfortable starting him. So,
Yep, I'm with that. All right, defense. Chiefs versus Bills, both defenses
same.
mitigating. Yeah.
Same. I thought the same exact thing. I was just like, no, I'm not playing. That game's going to be 42-38.
Can't wait to watch that game.
Yeah, I hope it's a Monday or a Sunday night game. I hope so I can watch only 2 quarters and go to sleep. So, yeah. All right,
425. 425.
Oh, thank you, Jesus. I'll watch the whole game. All right.
Yeah.
I'll even not watch the red zone. I'll put it on the big screen, and red zone can be on the muted screen. So, all right, cool. All right, now to Eviscerate. Dude, listen, I'm going to show the league the scores right now in my team, and then I'm going to go to my matchup right now. If this is it, right? And I'm losing by a point, and I'm going to probably lose this game. And the only reason I'm going to lose this game is because I didn't take my own advice and drop Jerry Jeudy, which I said that I needed to do. Last week I said eviscerate Jerry Jeudy, and I didn't even do it because I don't know why I didn't do it. I just forgot. I think I had some players on the bench who were hurt, and I didn't know what to do with them. But still, Jerry Jeudy got me 0 fucking points. Like anybody could have gotten 0 points. So shame on me. I've also not traded Xavier Worth yet. So double shame on me. I just want to confess my Fantasy Millionaire sins here. And I'm a champ. I've won this league. I'm 5-2. I'm second place overall. So I just, what am I doing here, man? Please forgive me. Mike and the league and everybody else. So my bad, guys.
Yep, he's been a highlight. I may have bandied this name before, but there is serious consideration being given to eviscerating Jameson Williams. What do you think about that?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like he's the Jerry Jeudy of the Lions, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, what a bummer. I think I drafted him in the 5th round or something like that. What a bummer.
He was wide receiver 22 last year, and now he's
like 80,
52.
Yeah,
52. He's getting 2 targets a game. That's not good. No, I mean, he's only double-digit once. He's total boomer bust.
Are you dropping Jameson Williams?
No, I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trading for him, though. We'll talk.
Trading for him?
Yeah.
All right, well, he's on the block. So
all right, I'll trade you somebody for him. All right, cool. I like it. All right, well, I'm going to
try and trade me Jerry Jeudy for him.
I'll trade you Jerry Jeudy for him. How about that? I will not. That's bullshit. That's mean. Yeah, I always love it when people pick up a bunch of guys off the waiver wire and try to trade them to you. I won't do that one. That's not. No. Okay. All right. Finally, DFS Stacks of Cash. I've been excited about this. I've been thinking about this. I'll let you lead off, though. We do platinum, then we do diamond, then we do gold. So we're rich here as millionaires. Who is your, I'll let you say it, your platinum QB?
Platinum, baby. It's your elevate. Stafford with Nakua, 14.K. Nakua should be back. Is that yours too?
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Same. It's just this is going to be a 2-touchdown, 130-yard performance if Puka's okay and he's fully back and everything's fine. And if not, Okay, maybe we double stack it. Right, we put in Devontae Adams or something, right? Like Stafford's going to go. So
Right. Yeah.
me like
Nakua, man, he is just. I mean, I, I believe he could have played through the injury. Like the guy is just tough as nails. So I'm expecting him to be on the football field, and I think that they were just careful with this amazing asset they have in him as a wide receiver in the National Football League. So I bet you he's close to 100%. And
they still
Puka
won that game. They
Nacua,
didn't even need him.
yeah,
You know what I
right.
mean?
Puka Nacua at 90% is a problem, dude.
26, 27, 25, 39, 24.
Yeah.
It's and the targets are just 12, 15, 15. It's just it's sexy as fuck.
Right.
So no, I'm in. All right. Let's go to our diamond. And I'm just gonna knock Stafford out there. And my diamond stack is Sir Daniel Jones.
It's mine too.
I thought it would be. I was trying to think about. There's not a lot of great plays in this game that were
the disrespect, dude, for the Jones Pittman stack, dude. It's like a lock and load.
100. What are you doing? Sorry, I put Higgins.
Dude, they are becoming a historic offense. Like this is. I mean, I think we gotta play this one. Like I think this has to be the build. The only other thing is that my gold I think is really sexy too. But man, the Jones Pittman one, you just know it's
nasty.
money.
It's nasty. It's nasty.
All you have to do is throw it to Jonathan Taylor once too, and you get all the JT points.
I'm even tempted to put JT in this lineup. I'm tempted
to put
JT.
JT. You just
got 3 touchdowns in 3 straight games. He's gonna go for 12 touchdowns in 4 games, dude. That is insane, right?
And Pittsburgh doesn't have a good run defense either. He's gonna eat. He's gonna eat.
Let's just put him in now. We already know we're spending 10K on him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, he's not even 10K yet. Oh, they're stupid. They're fucking stupid. Oh, they didn't raise him to 10K yet. Okay, my bad. You guys are stupid. Okay, good. All right. What is for the people though? What is your?
I love my gold stack. It's Trevor Lawrence and Travis Hunter at 10.1.
Same. So we just copied each other this week because those are great plays. Let's put in Travis Hunter though, because I do like that.
I think he's 47.
Oh, it's magic. Okay,
there you go.
So let's take Trevor Lawrence out, and then let's put in. Let's put in Daniel Jones. Okay, let's go do a defense because that'll always make us feel a little better because we got no money now.
Yeah, let's go.
Do we want to do
Giants?
What about the Falcons? Giants?
Yeah.
Giants.
They have a good defense, and San Francisco is not that explosive.
You're right. They got Brian Burns. Okay, so we got 1,200 per. 4,100, 12,000 left. Let's find a cheap RB here. What about your
cheap RB?
Tracy's 51. Spears is 51. Harvey, no.
How much for Vidal?
Come on, Vidal. I think he's expensive now.
Is he?
Let me look and see. Yeah, he's 6,300.
Oh,
yeah, I don't think we can afford him, and we can see though. Let's put him in. We got to get a cheap as shit tight end here. So we can get Noah Fant. We can get Juwan Johnson if you want to do a run back.
We can get rid of Vidal. Go back to who did we? I saw somebody cheaper than him. Go back to RB than Vidal. Yeah, that's a lot. We can save some money there.
Chase Brown's 5,900. Ramondre Stevenson's 54.
Yeah, Tracy.
Tracy's 51. Okay,
he's gonna
tight
be
end,
but whatever.
51. Okay, we got. Let me see tight end.
Gonna
do Kincaid.
We could, and we got 34.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna have to dig. Who's down there?
You got. You can do Roman Wilson.
Yeah. I mean, he's appealing.
Yeah, I don't know how many other speedsters you have down here. That might be our only guy.
Yeah. He was getting some
can't
target.
think
I
of-
mean, Zacchaeus gets you points too.
Yeah,
I mean,
we could say Zacchaeus. Yeah, he's got those. I mean, we
he
could do
gets you like
Zacchaeus.
double-digit points.
What about Yoshivas though?
I feel like Zacchaeus is the safer one.
Okay.
I mean, he
I'll
gets
go back.
targets. Like he's the wide receiver 3 on that team.
Yeah. He's playing Cincinnati, right? Is that who's playing?
Right.
Yeah. All right. We're going to go with Zacchaeus. Climb down from that tree, my friend. Okay. We got Daniel Jones, Jonathan Taylor, Tracy, Puka Nacua, Pittman, Hunter, Kincaid. Let's go check out tight end. Do you want to get like,
Yeah, we
Jawan
could flip
Johnson?
it. We could dig. I'd say, yeah, what's Juwan Johnson? Let's see if we can spend up a little bit.
He's 32.
Yeah, let's do that.
So he's cheaper.
Let's do that.
He's 32.
Yeah.
Okay. And then that will give us 42 for wide receiver. And that gives you a
Okay.
different ballpark of people.
Yeah.
So,
Who we got?
oh, you get some running backs here. You get Brashard Smith versus Buffalo.
We could do that. I don't mind
Cool.
that.
I like that upside there. Put him in for now. Other
Yeah.
42s include Darnell Mooney, Pitts, but depending on the QB. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm okay with it. I like it. We got
I'm
3
okay
running
with it.
backs: Travis Hunter, Pittman, Nakua. Stacked up Daniel Jones. Let's put it in. Let's win some money this time. I did not win any money last time, so
Okay.
I'll tell you when we hit for sure. So, okay. All right. We're winding down. We've got one segment left, 3 tweets. I'll go first. This is a clip from Tom Pelissaro. It doesn't have any sound, or if it does, it doesn't really matter. Let me go back in time here. Okay. I like how when you push pause, it doesn't work. Okay. So just watch this one offensive lineman here. This is Quinn Menzreer. I don't know him, but we're going to find out. Just watch this guy and the blocking he does on this play. It looks like he's enjoying it a little bit too much. Take a look. Crushes that guy. Oh. Then he crushes this guy coming back. So boom.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude. And then you couldn't see it on the backside. I'll pause it though.
Yeah. What a
Hits
great
that guy.
play.
Hits that guy. Turns around. And he hits this guy too. I paused it
Wow.
right there. He hits the pursuit guy
Wow.
coming back and just stands in his way and he's a huge lineman. He's not a little guy,
Wow.
right? He knocks the shit out of that guy. He doesn't knock him down, but he stands in the gap too for that guy, bodies him. So just one of the best offensive lineman plays I've seen in my life. So not funny, even though Tom Pelissaro thinks it's funny. I just thought it was a lot of man on man, dude. Just how I like it. So just
Sexy.
gets my blood going. I want to go do that. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, mine is actually like yours too, because for some reason we can't get sound. It's another football play. This one says, going back to what you're talking about, the FBI, it says, yo, at FBI, take a look at this. Now watch this.
Let's make it big.
What?
He just went, I'm not touching that guy.
Is that?
Got money on this game, man.
Yeah.
That's
You gotta love
crazy.
Twitter too. Yo, FBI, look at this. So great.
I think you win because I like how he's calling the FBI on you. You know?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. All right, I'll give you the dub on this one. I like how we're bringing football plays into the 3 tweets, right? We're coming full circle here.
We're figuring it out. We don't need sound. You don't need sound for this one either. This is it says
I saw this
single-handedly
earlier
ending.
today. I retweeted it. Look, I'm gonna retweet it here.
Oh,
It was on. It was not on. I saw it on Instagram. I put it on my feed on Instagram.
Our kids hate our Halloween costumes. 6, 7.
Single-handedly ending a movement, doing God's
Doing
work.
God's work. Yeah, it's
My
great.
kids will say it in class in 2nd grade, so it is pretty funny when you hear like they don't even know what they're saying. The middle schoolers start.
You know what's so weird too? My daughter is the one who really says it. My son doesn't say it that much, but he'll say it when other kids say it.
Yeah, they say it when
But
other people say it.
but my daughter loves to say it. But then when I say it, she it's weird. They hate when adults say it. I don't
Yes.
know how she knows that. Like when I say 6, 7 to her, she goes, "Stop it."
Yeah, Adelaide too. Yeah, they don't like it.
Isn't that
It's
weird?
it's hilarious, honestly.
Yeah.
It's very
Yeah.
cute. So, well, we're not cute. We are the Fantasy Millionaires. Check us out on the tweeters. You can also follow the Ralph Macho. He is the machoest dude you've ever going to meet on the
I
streets.
tweeted once. I think my only tweet of the year so far. Here, scroll down. Check out my tweet.
Okay,
But
I'm gonna retweet it. Sun your butthole and win $1 million in DFS. Yes,
didn't
I'm gonna
happen.
I'm gonna win $1 million and then I'm gonna go sun my butthole so that I don't get in trouble. But
Yeah.
I love it. That's a great tweet. I should have liked that earlier. But yeah. Anyway, well, please do go follow him. And then I am Nimble W Numbers. You know who I am. You can follow me as well. And as always, I like to let my co-host and the best damn fantasy football player I've ever played with get us out.
All right. Pain, heartache, destruction, chaos, and big fat L's to all your opponents in week 9. Peace and love everywhere else.
Most places. Yeah.